Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is just a little bit different. I'm going to do a mini one sheet wonder and I'm going to create 2 cards. I used the beautiful Friendship stamp set and the colours I used to create these 2 are So Saffron, Daffodil Delight, Crushed Curry and Pear Pizzazz for the leaves. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you're interested in reproducing it, take a screenshot so you can refer to it later. For my mini one sheet wonder, I'm using half a standard sheet of cardstock, and this is normal weight Whisper White card. This is the beautiful Friendship stamp set, and today I'm using all of the larger floral images together with one set of leaves, I don't know which one yet, and this sentiment. I'll also be using the little splatter stamp from the Waterfront stamp set. I'm starting with Blushing Bride ink, and I'm going to use the largest floral image first of all. Now I'm going to stamp down the left and right sides and along the bottom of this sheet. I want to keep the sort of top area, middle area blank, and that's where I'm going to add my sentiments on the 2 panels. So I'm just stamping randomly, trying not to think about it too much. For the main flowers, I'm using Seaside Spray ink. And again, I'm just going to stamp these randomly around the edge of the card. Some of them I'll stamp back to back so it looks like a larger spray of flowers. I'm also going to use the Seaside Spray ink for the little buds, and these I'm going to do first and second generation stamping. So I'm stamping them once, rotating the stamp slightly and stamping again straight away without inking up. For the little single bloom stamp in the set, I'm going to use So Saffron ink, and I'm just going to fill up any white space around the edge by stamping this first generation and then second generation. The leaves are going to be stamped using Pear Pizzazz ink, and I'm using first, second and sometimes third generation stamping for these. And in between each one I'm just twisting the stamp slightly, and this just adds a little depth to the panel. I'm trying to add enough green all over this panel to ensure that it remains balanced and it doesn't look sort of lopsided, with one side having too much green and the other side not enough. Although I'm using half a sheet of cardstock here with a view to creating 2 cards, you could actually easily use a full sheet and make 4 cards, and it would take hardly any extra time. To finish off, I'm going to use some Sahara Sand ink and stamp the splatters, again using first and second generation stamping, and it's just random all over the piece. I want to add some to any white areas on the panel, and I also want to fill in just a little bit of that white space in the centre. I've gone ahead and cut my panel in half, and then I've trimmed each half so that it's the right size for the front of a card, and you'll find the measurements for this at the start of the video. Now I'm going to add my sentiment to the white areas of these panels, but just to show you, you can have them in whatever orientation you like. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to keep them as portrait. The two panels for inside the cards will be stamped in a similar way. I'm using my Stamper Artist to stamp the sentiment, and I'm stamping on normal weight Whisper White card again. I've already prepped this with my embossing buddy to ensure there's no static, so the powder isn't going to stick where I don't want it. I placed my stamp set under the plate to ensure that it's level. This makes inking up the stamp much easier. And then I'm going to position the stamp and pick it up with the plate. I'm going to stamp first of all using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and then I'll clean off my stamp and stamp again using Versamark ink. I can then cover with clear embossing powder. And then I'll repeat all this for my second sentiment. Obviously I need one for each card. Once both sentiments are stamped, I can melt the powder using my heat gun. The sentiments will be die cut using one of the Stitched Shapes circle dies. This is one size up from the smallest one. Then I've created a scallop circle black mat to go underneath it, and I've used the layering circle dies for this, and this is the fourth size up from the smallest. Each of these pairs can now be layered together. I've gone ahead and added dimensionals onto the back of each of these, and now I'm also going to add a little bit of tearing tape to help secure the ribbon. Now the ribbon will be going diagonally across them, and each card will be going in a different direction. So I'm placing this one top left to bottom right, and then the other one will be top right to bottom left. I'm going to be using some of our metallic ribbon in Seaside Spray for these cards, and all I'm doing is creating a couple of loops with the ribbon, and then I'm going to cut it off and press it onto that tear and tape adhesive, and that will just hold it until I get another couple of strips of tear and tape across the back to secure it. Then I can trim off the ends and add a few more dimensionals onto the back. I can then add the ribbon to the second sentiment panel in exactly the same way. My card bases are in basic black, and these are half a standard sheet of card, scored in the middle and folded to create a portrait card. Then I have mats of Pear Pizzazz, onto which I'm going to layer my stamped panels for the front of the card. Then I have my panels for inside the card and my sentiments. And that's it, that's my cards complete. Very simple, but very pretty. And here's another look at my original 2 cards. I have made one other pair, and these use exactly the same colours as the ones I've just shown you, but I used Highland Heather instead of the Seaside Spray. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.